All right, so today I want to talk about mouse pads, but more importantly, hybrid mouse pads. Number one, what the heck is a hybrid mouse pad? Number two, is a hybrid mouse pad beneficial and is it right for you? And we have a lot of top picks of hybrid mouse pads here that we're going to talk about. The Fnatic Dash, Odin Zero Gravity, got a couple Artisans, we got the Glorious Fire, and then Equate Plus over here as well. But first, before we dive into this, just so we're all on the same page here, I want to let you guys know what my preferred type of surface is. So again, maybe you can relate to that as well and you kind of understand some of my points talking about hybrid mouse pads. So my two favorite mouse pads for a long time running here is the Odin Zero Gravity right here, and then the Xtrfy GP1. No, not just because my name is on it. By the way, these mouse pads are not for sale, so it's nothing like that. I just absolutely love the GP1. Xtrfy known, I love the GP1. It's been my long-running primary mouse pad, and then again with the Odin Zero Gravity right there with it, you know. And just to back that up, here we go. I'm also going to give away two of my Xtrfy GP1 mouse pads right here. And the reason being is just, again, with me talking about it and raving about it, I want to let you experience it as well and just be able to back up my words of how fantastic these mouse pads are right here. So again, I just want to let you know that these are the kind of mouse pads I prefer, a smooth, silky soft control pad. So number one, what is a hybrid pad? And what they pretty much try to do with a hybrid pad, talking about hybrid, it almost speaks for itself, right? It's a hard surface, right? And you kind of mix it with that soft surface. I mean, clear as day, you can just hear the hard surface, soft surface. So you're kind of getting that in between right there. So when we pull out the hybrid pad, by the way, this is the Fnatic Dash here. As you see, you get that different surface feeling. Talking about it being hybrid, it's kind of like hard pad, soft pad, hybrid pad. You get a little bit of that mixture over here. This is still soft, a little more comfortable than, again, a hard plastic pad over here, which you can see a bunch of companies make them. Pretty much every company, like SteelSeries, that's a hard surface right there, right? I mean, you can just hear it. That's just not, for me, that's not a joy to use. It's also incredibly fast. Talking about a hard surface, it's almost like using your desk. Pretty much exactly right there, you know what I mean? So again, that's pretty much what a hybrid surface is. You bring it over here, it's that mixture of that soft cloth pad mixed with that hard surface right in between here. All right, so the next question you're asking is a hybrid pad right for you? Will it make your gameplay beneficial? Will you play better with a hybrid pad? Should you get one, right? And we got quite a few here as we're talking about hybrid pads. There's plenty more out there, but again, we're going to touch on all of these right here because again, you can get some variations within hybrid pads as well. Number one, talking about the Odin Infinity right here. Now, again, talking about the Odin Zero Gravity being my favorite pad, two completely different pads. And it's real funny because the Odin Zero Gravity took a lot of slack, right? I loved it when they came out, but it still took a lot of slack online. And now the Zero Gravity, they're raving about it. As far as build, they're both the exact same. The stitching raised up a little bit on these, same bottom grip, but the thing that's going to be different is the top surface. Again, giving you that hybrid surface. But as you see, if you look close to this one, you can see it's a little more textured, right? Keep an eye on this one compared to some of the other ones we're going to talk about here. It's a little more textured. Me personally, resting my wrist on this pad, I feel it. And I move my wrist around a lot playing fast-paced Call of Duty. And after a while, it just starts irritating me. I don't know what that black stuff is. But anyways, it starts irritating me over a while. It's almost like rubbing your wrist on sandpaper. I just don't like this mouse pad. I don't. This is a great option if you want to try out a hybrid pad, because out of this bunch, this is the cheapest right here. All the links right down in the description, but this is the cheapest out of all these pads we're going to be talking about. So a great option to get your hands on a hybrid pad and test it out. So anyways, swinging over here to the ever so hyped up Artisan pads these days, right? And we have two here. I believe we have the Hien and then the Hiyate Atsu. Now, these are two fairly different ones as well. I put the Hien more up towards that hybrid because, I mean, heck, you can even just hear it, right? It's a little grip, a little more textured, just like the Infinity. So many mouse pads, I'm mixing myself up here, but this feels very similar to the Infinity right here. It really does. As far as gameplay, still fast right there, very textured. Now when we come down here to the Atsu, I like this one. This is almost like an in-between, right? This is a really nice pad right here. It's still soft, it doesn't irritate me at all. It's still fast, but you still got nice control. This is like that perfect balance right here. I don't even know if I really class this as like a hybrid pad. Not too sure. It's kind of like right in between, a little bit of mixture right there, you know what I mean? Really fun pad. You all know I'm not a fan of Artisan pads. I think they're way overpriced. It's like that import good, right? You want that fancy imported car or shoes or something. That's what this is all about. They're nice made. They got cool texture on the bottom, the little sponge and everything. The coolest thing about Artisans is the art about them. There's so many different soft, medium, and firm, and different textures and sizes. They pretty much have a mouse pad for anybody. That's the cool thing about them. But the price is ridiculous, and I never, as far as a recommendation for me, I've never recommended them, just overpriced. Cool, imported good, but overpriced. Now the Glorious Fire. This one I really like. This is quite similar to the Atsu right there. It's not as soft. This is definitely a firmer padded, a little bit thinner right here, Pretty good stitching. Very good stitching, actually, It doesn't pop up too much. I like it. This is a really fun pad to use right here. I think the price is fairly well as well. I believe right around 30, 35 bucks, something like that. A nice pad. I really like this. And then Glorious also offering multiple textures within different mouse pads these days. Pretty cool. Again, this one I also recommend. Really, really nice hybrid one if you're trying that. Now, the Equate Plus. Is this hybrid? This is a weird one right here. I was even debating on putting it in my list right here. I don't like this pad. I just don't. Again, it's a little bit too textured for me. Rougher texture. It's not very tight texture, so I feel it a lot more. You do get a lot of nice control with this one, though. And the speed, pretty good stitching. It's a nice pad, but something I didn't like. Again, it just felt a little bit too rough, and the texture was spread out a little bit more. It wasn't as tight as the other ones we just mentioned. And then coming over here to my favorite hybrid pad that I've been dabbling with a lot lately is the Fnatic Dash. Again, it's almost just right like that Atsu right there. Very nice stitching, very low stitching. Probably the next runner up right from the Artisan as far as stitching right here. The stitching's more full on this guy than an Artisan. Very grippy texture. And the really cool thing is they offer the Fnatic Dash in multiple sizes now. The small, large, and extra large, like a whole desk mat. So that's really cool being able to get those options. And heck, all of them are even cheaper than an Artisan. Even a whole big one. So that's why I really like this. I feel like it sits in the middle right there. Great, really nice surface. Again, with this big old guy right here, you're set to go. I'd probably put this one in the fire on my top list of hybrid pads. I've been using the Dash a lot lately and honestly enjoying it, which is weird. Again, talking about my primary surfaces, got so much stuff under there now. My primary surfaces being these butter smooth, silky surfaces. I've been having a lot of fun using the Dash. All right, so even after all that jibber jabber talking about all these hybrid pads, you're probably still wondering like, geez man, should I try one? Are they beneficial? Are they gonna make me game better? You know what I mean? Or heck, which one you should get. And let me tell you what, a mouse pad is probably one of the harder things to recommend. Because again, there's so many different variations out there these days that it's gonna depend up to you per person. Since I love the GP1 and I use it all the time, or the Zero Gravity, is that gonna be right for you? I don't know. And that's what I do in the comments when someone asks me which mouse pad should I get. I always reply back, what game do you play? How do you play that game, right? You playing Fortnite where you're flicking and dipping all over the place, right? Constantly, you wanna be fast. You playing Kovacs, single targets, bam, 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 single shot, right? You playing something like that, or you playing Call of Duty like me where it's a lot slower. You wanna control your shot. Right? You want to be able to control that recoil from each target to the next. That's where something like this comes into play. So again, me saying, hey, can I recommend you a hybrid pad? Let's talk about, again, what game you play and how you play it. And then again, you have plenty of options to choose from. You really do. There's a plethora out here. Again, the Fnatic Dash being my favorite right now using. But again, even me talking about using the Fnatic Dash, it's not going to be my main, right? These two are my main mouse pads. They have been for shoot, maybe going on 2 years now, maybe a little bit longer for the GP1, you know what I mean? So this is muscle memory for me. It's hard for me to go to something like this that's a little bit faster, sliding around all over the place. I like more of that control where I can lock and hold my shots. But if you want to flick and dip, single hit, stuff like that, control pad might be right for you. But anyways, let me know down in the comments what kind of mouse pad you use, which mouse pad you use. I'm really curious to see, do you like that control, like holding your shots like that? Or do you like that flicking and dipping quick mouse pad, kind of like a hard surface right in between here where you're sliding around a little bit more? Let's spark that conversation right down below. All right, so now for the giveaway. I know a lot of you are curious about right here, how to enter. You all pretty much know how my giveaways work, right? They don't take place on social media anymore. They take place on my website, stinkingcozy.com, and then through the YouTube video. So how do you enter? Number one, comment right down below on this video. Again, talking about mouse pads, so something about a mouse pad. Just comment that down below. But also become a member on the website. You don't have to become a member on stinkingcozy.com, not a paid member, just a regular member, right? Because I post my giveaway winners on that blog right there. I like narrowing my giveaways down to YouTube true supporters and viewers, which goes from, again, YouTube comments and then over to the website right there. I don't like giveaway accounts. I don't like that random Joe that sees giveaway and comes and tries to snag it. I want it to go to you guys, the true viewers that stick around for my videos, right? So that's what you gotta do. Just comment down below, be a subscriber, and then again, be a member. You don't have to be a member, but I'd recommend you because that's how you can get notified. If not, you probably miss out on your winnings if you win on the website right there. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this ramble about hybrid mouse pads and then my preferred surfaces right here. I hope I answered some questions. If you're looking into a new mouse pad, looking for a new mouse pad, if you got any more, ask right down below. Definitely always glad to talk shop for you right there. But again, I hope I was able to help out and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos. I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.